Welcome to Joe's Astrology, and today is Tuesday, May 14th, 2024. And yesterday, the Sun made a conjunction with Uranus. It's still within orb here the next day, and I noticed that we really have a Jupiter, Sun, Venus, and actually you could throw Saturn in there as well, moving to a sextile with Uranus. And today you can add the moon. The moon will make a square, it being in Leo, will make a square to Uranus. So we have one, two, three, four, five, if not more planets making an aspect or in aspect to Uranus. And I think this can play out differently for many people, and I want to get into what that can mean. Of course, today we think of all the keywords for Uranus, and you could get more specific by sign as well, with everything, with most of these planets being in Taurus. But let's just look at the planet Uranus. We could see some of the keywords that just unexpected changes, weird activity, unorthodox activity, people challenging the consensus, rebellious activity. You could see people standing up in defiance towards the consensus or towards the authority. There could just be just minor changes. There could be minor disruptions. And if you're someone like me, usually when these kinds of things occur, there can be major changes. There can be a little bit more. I would say more than just little annoyances when it comes to someone who responds to the Uranian impulse more so than others, and especially if it's making a aspect in your natal chart. Like right now, I have Uranus is a degree off of my Mercury and a degree off of my 2 degrees off of my Sun in a trine, and the Sun is there as well, and so is Jupiter. So, if that's the case, that can affect you even more so than just generally affecting everyone. But let's take a look. Let's say, for example, you. Let me just want to give you an example of how most people aren't going to believe in astrology because of this, and they're not going to really respond to these types of aspects. So let's say the majority of people have an idea about their life. Let's just give an example. They're in a family. They both have jobs. Let's say they're married. They both have jobs, consistent jobs. Let's say they're government jobs. Their kids are in school. When these kinds of things happen, they may go through a little annoyance. Like their kid might come home and got detention or something like that, or something at work. Someone at work may have, if they're like in a position of authority, someone at work may have challenged them a little bit, or they may be dealing with delinquent activity at work. But here's the thing. Not much is going to change in their life when it comes to this. They may, if you tried to explain to them that, oh, this is happening because of the astrology, they would completely deny it. Because here's the thing. Let's take their relationship. Their relationship isn't going anywhere. Why? Because first and foremost, they've made a decision, and they're going to stick to that decision for the rest of their life. That they're in a marriage, and that regardless of the circumstance, they're going to work it out. Second thing is they're in a government job. Government jobs are highly stable. Why? Because they resist change. They're not going to ever want to change, or they're very slow to change. That's the Saturnian. These are the Saturnian energies in operation. And these people are locked into Saturnian paradigms, Saturnian dynamics. So when Uranus comes through and may have like a day like today where the Uranian impulse is strong, this is how it will play out in the majority of people's lives. unless there's something in their natal chart that is more important, or like say they were having a Uranus Venus conjunction transit right now, and then you may have someone else who is responding, who's more, let's say, more open minded, hasn't given themselves up to the Saturnian influence. So I'll give you an example. Let's say someone who doesn't have a government job. They have a job who's in maybe in sales, or they own their own business. There's more room for major changes to occur. There's more decisions that can be made very quickly. Changes can occur very quickly. Let's say if you own your own business and you just have a transit, or you have energies like this, you may just on the fly decide that you're going to change one of the major ways that you do business. You may, let's say, for example, you receive payment with, you receive cash payment. You may just on a whim decide, I'm not going to receive cash anymore. We're only going to do Cash App for now on. That would be something that someone in a government job would never do on the fly. And also, you'll see people who are going through things where they have a lot of uncertainty about their life. They haven't really made firm decisions because they're unsure of where their life's going. They're unsure of their life purpose. They're unsure of a lot of things. These people, when these energies will occur, they will have, particularly with the moon involved, they can have strong emotional and mental responses, erratic emotional and mental responses that they will explain. They may try to explain away in their own mind of what they think that the reason is for this. They usually will be wrong 9 times out of 10, because the uncertainty, how you know this, the uncertainty will continue. If the uncertainty didn't continue, then maybe they were right. But 9 times out of 10, they will be wrong in their assessment. The uncertainty will continue until they resolve the issue that Uranus is trying to bring up. See, it's not that Uranus wants inconsistency and change and disruption and erratic behavior. It's not that the planet wants that. It's not that God wants that. There's a reason why you're responding in this way. And if it's stronger in the person, there's imminent reason why these changes need to happen. So, for example, if you have like an illness or something that you're not aware of, you're starting to see, you may start to see side effects. This is the energy trying to bring this up to make you aware that changes need to occur now, or something's going to happen. If you look at the Saturnian side, and the people who are resonating with the Saturnian example, or the Saturnian example I gave you, there's not imminent need for change. There's not imminent reason for change. There may be reason for change, but it may just be beginning to manifest. And it may be, as I said, if you take, for example, someone's in a position of authority and they're having problems with an employee. These things are not, to them, in their mind, it's not a big deal. The employee, there may be reason for that change for that employee to either fix their behavior or to go find another job. But at the end of the day, the person's just going to hire somebody else. These are not big, major changes in their life. They're just, that's why I call them annoyances. There's no real reason in their life to completely change what they're doing. They just will see that the person is being delinquent and they need to, like I think when I was a kid, they used to give us conduct referrals. They'll give them a right, or they'll write them up. At worst, that's all that's going to happen. They get written up, they change their behavior, and the annoyance passes. But with many other people, if they're not self-aware, if their assessments are wrong, then this can cause real problems. And unfortunately, with the notion of beliefs, there's many different approaches people can take when it comes to their beliefs about life. Unfortunately, this can and will continue to cause major problems forever and ever and ever. So enjoy your life and hope you have a great day.